Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another flip through video. Today we are taking a look at the Spacious Tarot. This is by Carrie, Mallon, and Ruygt. Hopefully I said that right. If I didn't, I do apologize. So 78 cards and a 137-page guidebook. This is coming after the video that we looked at the Elemental Power Tarot deck because a lot of you were commenting on how the Elemental Power deck is similar to this one in the sense that there are no humans. And whilst that is true, I do kind of prefer this one. I have been able to work with this a lot more and I've played around with it and I do enjoy the perspective this one has. So this is the second edition in 2020. So I will link where you can purchase this down in the description box below. I'm not sponsored. I'm not affiliated. However, I do want to, have you flip through with me. So it is a really great box. I love how they set this up. And it says this space is for you. And we have a ribbon. All right. All right, let's put this aside. And before we get into the deck, we'll just take a real quick peek through the guidebook. So there is about tarot, bonding with the deck, and then the components on the deck, a note on gender, how to read it, and then some spreads and a note of reversals. If I remember correctly, this one does not have reversal meanings, but let's just go to a note on gender here on page 18. So that's 13. All right, we have opted to use gender-neutral titles for the court cards as these aspects of personality can come forward in people of any gender identity. We have kept the traditional titles of most major arcana cards, but remember that the same applies in the majors. For example, the energy of the Empress and the Emperor are both present in everyone. So I really did love that because, tarot started out way back in the day and things were a little bit stricter and that's another video, but now the gender neutral I feel like is so important, especially in our time frame right now. So I think it's fantastic. All right, and then a note on reversals. Some tarot readers choose to incorporate reversed cards into their readings. Let's see, if you are just getting started or if this idea does not speak to you, it's fine to turn all the cards in your spread upright. If you do choose to read reverse cards, there are many frameworks you might use to interpret them. A few include resistance, the shadow, internal and external, and exclamation points. So I really don't think that there was a reversal meanings in here. All right, and then it goes through each card's meanings. And with that being said and looked through, let's flip through the cards. So they are matte, which if you've watched my channel before, you know that I love me a matte. And I put these back in order for you guys as well, so you can see the experience. So this perspective is gorgeous. The art is stunning, at least to me, in my opinion. I love the style. I feel like it really helps you listen to your intuition without a lot of excess of stuff with the human aspect of it. Each card, there's something new that I focus on every time I look through the deck too, which is also another selling point for me. The cardstock is pretty great. It's not, super thick, which can be annoying, especially for me in my shuffling. It's thick enough, but with enough flexibility to where you can shuffle without feeling like it's too stiff or feeling like it's going to fall apart on you. I love this one. So I feel like this deck is a little bit more minimalistic, but there's a lot more going on, if that makes any sense at all. And this Wheel of Fortune is great too. So as far as a beginner goes, I think it would be fine if you're feeling connected to this deck. I think the guidebook does the deck justice, and I think you'll be able to learn using this deck just fine. However, you know, some people like having the human aspect in their deck so they can relate it to their is it called querent? I can never pronounce that right either. The person that they're reading for, or themselves, the people in their lives. So it's just up to you. But comparing these two decks, this to the Elemental Power Tarot, I definitely find that this particular deck is superior in a couple aspects. First of all, the card stock is an obvious upgrade. However, I believe this deck's price is kind of up there compared to the Elemental deck. I can't remember off the top of my head right now how much it was, but it was significantly higher than $18.95. But again, sometimes by paying more to an indie artist or an indie company, the quality is better. The love is there. I'm not saying that there wasn't in the other deck. I'm just saying that sometimes the price tag is definitely worth it. And as you can see in the Minor Arcana, there is a scene going on, whether you can I can't speak. There's some sort of a scene relating to the card going on, and it's subtle. That's where what I wanted to say. It's subtle. I love this one. I don't know if it's because of how it's rendered or the fact that there's a pumpkin with a teal background, but I love this card so much. And this one's so pretty. So for the page, it will be the Child. Explorer would be the Knight. Guardian would be the Queen. And Elder will be the King. I just love the concept so much. It's just such a beautiful deck. And it's kind of unlike any of the other decks that I've reviewed on this channel, in the sense that there's not a huge there's no real humans involved. However, it's also such a positive deck in every way. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The only other one that I can kind of compare this to is the Wild Unknown Tarot. And the art is so different that, you know, I can't really say that they're very similar. The Wild Unknown also uses a family of animals. So like this one would be the crow. The Wild Unknown uses like an owl. I think... can't remember now off the top of my head, but there's a certain family for the court cards. They're similar but different, if that can be said. So I really wouldn't consider these like the pip cards, like the Elemental Power, because there's a scene going on. If you can kind of see it subtly, like these wands are quickly moving across the card here. So that would indicate that fast movement with the Eight of Wands. You know, there's something subtly going on. I like these little guys so much. That's a salamander, correct? And then last we have the cups. That's so pretty. So I'll link in the card and I'll link in the description below both the Elemental Power Tarot video that I did and the Wild Unknown, because I feel like if you're watching this one, you might like the other two, but consensus was that the Elemental Power was pretty disappointing. And I feel bad because I always want to give a deck their moment and the benefit of the doubt and play around with it. I have not gone toward it since I did the review. So now it wasn't that long ago, but still, I mean, I don't really have that drive to go toward it, and I feel really bad about that. I really wanted to like the deck. Now, with that being said, just because I don't connect with it or I don't feel like it's something I would use on a daily doesn't mean you won't. So I'm just doing this so you guys get a comparison and also so you guys can figure out where you want to spend your money. That's all. So how it shuffles. It shuffles really nicely. And, you know, it snaps back. It's back to being flat. So, okay, that one wants to be red. So we'll just take a look real fast at the Four of Swords. This is something that pops up for me quite a lot lately. All right, so Four of Swords here. And it has retrieval and contemplation. The Four of Swords offers you a pause from the noise of the world and the noise of your own mind. A vast, snowy landscape forms a clean slate. Release the pressure and take a break from the stress of life. Come back to your center. Let your thoughts settle. The pace of life can be incredibly fast. The Four of Swords is a disengagement from the go, go, go mentality of the dominant culture. The time for action will return, but now is a time to catch up with yourself. Harness your mental powers and engage in deep contemplation before moving forward. So like I said, it's a very positive deck for me. It's very beginner friendly in a sense that, like, as long as you're using the book, it'll give you the correlation that you need with the art and the meaning. It's a very, very calm deck to use. I haven't used it, you know, on a daily basis, but the times that I have pulled it out to flip through and to play around with, it's just always so calming and so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a very smack you in the face with information deck. It's a very, it's not sugarcoating either. It's very much like it gives you the information you need, but it's also kind of more like a warm blanket. I don't know how to describe it other than that, and I really enjoy that. Sometimes we need to go to that deck that makes us feel like we're home, we're cozy, everything's going to be okay, but also give us the facts as well. So it's not that it's sugarcoating anything, it's just that it gives you the information like I don't know, kind of like a grandmother. That sense of like, oh honey, everything's going to be okay, but you know, this is the facts, this is the information, but know that I'm still here and I love you. Like, I don't know, is that weird to say? That's what I get out of it anyway. So as far as I'm concerned, I really enjoy this deck. I find it gorgeous. I love the fact that it's from a different type of perspective. One person commented on it about this deck that it almost looks like it's in the first person perspective. And it really does. It looks like, especially this one, that you're kind of you're going into the deck. You're viewing things from your own eyes. It's not like you're you're viewing things from a third person. So it is really nice in that sense. It's different. The art is beautiful. The cardstock is great. And it's just a different type of deck. So I would definitely recommend this. It might be a little bit more difficult for beginners just because there's no human aspects, like I said. But other than that, I really do find that it is worth its price tag. It's very calming. It's a very good deck to go to for introspection. Not necessarily shadow work, but introspection. When you want to sit there and kind of ask questions about things that you have on your mind, this is a very good deck for that. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you agree with things that I've said? What do you think about the art? What do you think about this in comparison with the Wild Unknown and with the Elemental Power deck? Which do you prefer? I'm curious to know. I always love what you guys have when you guys have your opinions. It's very interesting to see who likes what and the reasons why. So it's very cool. And anyway, if you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on your way out of the video. That way you'll never miss an upload from me. And with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.